What if I told you the vitamins you're currently taking to stay healthy are actually making your legs weaker every single day? Sounds impossible, right? But recent studies have uncovered a shocking truth that every senior needs to hear. Did you know that over 30% of adults over 60 suffer from muscle weakness and leg instability? And in many cases, it's not due to aging. It's caused by the very supplements they take each morning. That's right. You might be swallowing pills that promise energy and mobility, but some of them are quietly breaking down your leg muscles, damaging your nerves, and increasing your risk of dangerous falls and even permanent loss of independence. These aren't fringe theories. This is real, peer reviewed science backed by studies involving tens of thousands of seniors. And most people don't find out until they can barely climb stairs or get out of a chair without help. In this video, we're exposing the top 3 vitamins that may be destroying your leg strength after 60, ranked from bad to devastating. These are common vitamins most people believe are completely safe, but the research tells a very different story, and you'll want to stay until the very end because vitamin number 1 is the most dangerous of them all, and chances are it's hiding right in your multivitamin bottle. We'll also reveal the 2 best vitamins that can actually improve your leg strength and balance, so you don't just stop the damage, you rebuild what you've lost. Before we begin, let us know in the comments below where you're watching from, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Now, without any further ado, let's get started. Number 3. Vitamin E. Many seniors reach for vitamin E supplements believing they're protecting their cells from damage, but what your supplement bottle isn't telling you is how this antioxidant could be compromising your leg strength. Vitamin E in high doses, particularly the synthetic form found in most supplements, called DL-alpha tocopherol, has been shown to interfere with your body's natural muscle recovery processes. When you take excessive vitamin E, it can disrupt the normal inflammatory response that's actually essential for muscle repair and strengthening. The problem begins at the cellular level. After physical activity, your muscles develop tiny tears that need to heal. This is how they grow stronger. A specific amount of inflammation is necessary for this process, but high-dose vitamin E supplements can excessively suppress this inflammation. Research from the University of Leipzig found that seniors taking more than 400 international units of vitamin E daily experienced 19% less improvement in leg strength after exercise programs compared to those taking no supplements. But that's just the start. High doses of vitamin E have also been shown to increase the risk of hemorrhagic stroke caused by bleeding in the brain, and this risk tends to rise dramatically with age. But what most people don't know is that before such a stroke happens, seniors may begin experiencing vague neurological symptoms like poor balance, slow walking speed, or a sense that their legs don't listen as well anymore. These subtle changes are often brushed off as aging, but in some cases, they're actually early signs of a vitamin E overdose interfering with brain-muscle communication. One large-scale meta-analysis published in the Journal of the American Medical Association looked at over 136,000 participants and found that high-dose vitamin E supplementation was associated with a significant increase in all-cause mortality. That's scary enough. But when you zoom in on the functional effects, the connection to declining muscle strength becomes even clearer. In animal studies, vitamin E overdose was linked to impaired muscle coordination, decreased grip strength, and muscle fiber breakdown. In older humans, this shows up as difficulty rising from a chair, climbing stairs, or standing for extended periods. And because vitamin E is fat-soluble, it builds up in the body over time. This isn't like vitamin C, where the excess just flushes out. Once you start stockpiling it, it stays, and the effects on your neuromuscular system can linger and even worsen. So, if you're over 60 and taking a vitamin E supplement, especially one over 400 international units per day, you may want to reconsider. Unless your doctor has specifically told you to take it for a diagnosed deficiency, it may be doing more harm than good. And remember, you're likely getting enough from food sources like nuts, seeds, and leafy greens already. Adding more might just tip the balance from helpful to harmful, and your legs could pay the price. Number 2. Vitamin A. Yes, the vitamin you've probably heard is good for your vision and immune system, and maybe even for your skin. But did you know that high levels of vitamin A, especially the performed kind found in supplements and animal based foods, can be a major contributor to leg weakness, bone loss, and even toxic buildup in the body? Here's the real story. Vitamin A comes in two main forms: performed vitamin A, or retinol, which is found in things like liver, dairy, and supplements, and provitamin A, or beta carotene, found in fruits and veggies like carrots and sweet potatoes. Your body converts beta carotene into vitamin A safely and only as needed. But performed vitamin A is absorbed as it is, and when you take too much, especially through supplements, it can quickly become toxic. And seniors are especially vulnerable to this because our ability to clear excess vitamin A from the liver declines with age. This means that even a dose that seems normal to a younger adult might be excessive for someone over 60. Now here's where it affects your legs. High vitamin A levels can disrupt calcium metabolism. That means it pulls calcium away from the bones and into the bloodstream, where it can cause problems like calcification of soft tissues, including your muscles. This can lead to stiffness, cramps, and chronic muscle fatigue, especially in the legs. And it gets worse. Excess vitamin A has also been linked to reduced bone density, increasing your risk of fractures, particularly in the hips and legs. One long-term study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that women with high vitamin A intakes had a doubling of hip fracture risk compared to those with moderate intakes. And it wasn't just through food, it was the supplements that pushed them over the edge. And let's talk about a condition that many seniors don't even realize is connected to their vitamins: myalgia, or unexplained muscle pain. Several case studies have shown that vitamin A overdose can lead to chronic muscle soreness, fatigue, and even joint pain. In older adults, this often translates into leg heaviness, trouble walking long distances, and even a noticeable reduction in walking speed. The problem is that these symptoms sneak in slowly. At first, you might just feel more tired at the end of the day. Then it turns into struggling to climb stairs or get out of the car. You might even think it's just arthritis or age catching up. But in some cases, it's high vitamin A slowly poisoning your muscles and nerves. One of the most misleading things about vitamin A is that it comes from multiple sources: multivitamins, dedicated vitamin A supplements, cod liver oil, and certain fortified foods. A typical multivitamin might contain 2,500 to 5,000 international units, while a dedicated vitamin A supplement could add another 10,000 international units, quickly pushing you into dangerous territory. The effects aren't immediate, making the connection difficult to notice until significant damage has occurred. The problem is that vitamin A accumulates in fat tissue and the liver, creating a reservoir that continues releasing excess vitamin A into your bloodstream even after you stop supplementation. This is why many seniors experience progressive leg weakness despite changing their supplement regimen. If you're currently taking supplements containing performed vitamin A, look for retinol, retinol palmitate, or retinol acetate on the label. Consider switching to food sources like carrots, sweet potatoes, and leafy greens, which contain the safer beta carotene. Your body knows what to do with that form, and it won't overdose you. So, if your legs have felt weaker lately and you've been supplementing with vitamin A, this could be your red flag. Number 1. Vitamin B6. This might shock you because vitamin B6 is usually marketed as a must-have for nerve health, mood balance, and energy metabolism. You'll find it in nearly every brain support or energy boost supplement on the shelf. But here's what most people don't realize. While your body absolutely needs B6 in small amounts, taking too much can cause devastating nerve damage, especially in your legs, and this is more common than you might think. Vitamin B6, also known as pyridoxine, is a water-soluble vitamin that supports brain function and helps your body process proteins. But unlike most water-soluble vitamins that get flushed out when you have too much, B6 behaves differently. In high doses, it accumulates in your nerves and can trigger a condition called sensory neuropathy. This condition causes tingling, burning, numbness, or pain in your legs, often starting in your feet and creeping upward. For seniors, this can feel like walking on pins and needles, or worse, like your legs are wrapped in lead. You may find it harder to balance, and eventually, walking becomes difficult or even dangerous. One study from the University of Parma in Italy found that vitamin B6 toxicity was a leading cause of unexplained neuropathy in older adults who were unknowingly overdosing through supplements. In some cases, symptoms didn't improve for months, even after stopping the supplement. So, what are the doses that cause damage? Well, they're not even that high. The recommended daily allowance for seniors is around 1.5 milligrams, but many over the counter supplements contain 25 milligrams, 50 milligrams, or even 100 milligrams per dose. And it's easy to go overboard when you're taking a multivitamin, a separate B complex, and maybe even a few energy drinks or fortified foods without realizing they all contain B6. It adds up. In fact, cases have been reported where people taking 100 to 200 milligrams per day developed severe nerve damage within just a few months. And once your nerves are affected, the recovery can be slow and painful if it happens at all. Another reason B6 is so dangerous for seniors is that our nerve tissues become more sensitive with age. The protective coating around nerves, called myelin, thins out naturally over time. High levels of B6 accelerate this breakdown, making your legs more vulnerable to numbness, muscle control issues, and even muscle wasting. Some seniors describe it as their legs going dead or feeling disconnected from their brain. Others notice they're tripping more often or struggling to walk in a straight line. Even more alarming, research shows that some of the symptoms of B6 toxicity mimic those of other serious conditions like multiple sclerosis or spinal cord disorders. That means you could be undergoing expensive tests, MRI scans, and nerve studies when the real culprit is hiding in a supplement bottle right on your bathroom shelf. And because B6 toxicity isn't something many doctors suspect at first, the damage can keep progressing while the root cause is missed. So if you've been taking B6 regularly, especially in high doses, and you've noticed strange leg sensations, weakness, or a loss of balance, it's time to take a hard look at your supplements. Stop immediately if you're exceeding the daily safe limit, which is considered to be about 100 milligrams, though many experts believe even 50 milligrams is too much for daily use, especially for older adults. Always aim to get your B6 through food like chicken, fish, bananas, potatoes, not pills. It's safer, better absorbed, and far less likely to hurt your legs or nerves. Now that you know which vitamins to avoid, let's focus on the supplements that actually help maintain and even restore your leg strength as you age. Number 1. Vitamin D3, the muscle strength activator. Vitamin D3 stands as the undisputed champion for maintaining and rebuilding leg strength in seniors. Unlike the harmful vitamins we discussed earlier, vitamin D3 works directly with your muscle cells' receptors to improve their function and strength. Research from Tufts University Medical Center found that seniors with optimal vitamin D levels had up to 25% greater leg strength than those with deficiencies. What makes vitamin D3 particularly valuable is that deficiency is incredibly common among older adults. Studies suggest up to 78% of seniors don't have adequate levels, with the problem worsening during winter months. The science behind vitamin D's muscle benefits is compelling. When vitamin D binds to receptors in your muscle tissue, it activates protein synthesis pathways that help build and preserve muscle mass. It also improves the way calcium enters muscle cells, making each movement more efficient and powerful. Perhaps most importantly for seniors, vitamin D helps maintain fast-twitch muscle fibers, which is the type that atrophy most rapidly with age and are critical for stability, helping prevent dangerous falls. The Journal of the American Geriatric Society published a landmark study showing that seniors supplementing with 2,000 international units of vitamin D3 daily experienced 20% fewer falls and significantly improved performance on leg strength tests compared to placebo groups. For optimal results, aim for vitamin D3 or cholecalciferol rather than D2 or ergocalciferol, as your body utilizes D3 more efficiently. Most seniors benefit from 1,000 to 2,000 international units daily, though those with severe deficiencies may temporarily need higher doses under medical supervision. Pairing your vitamin D with vitamin K2 enhances its benefits by ensuring calcium gets directed to your bones rather than your arteries, which is a synergistic effect that maximizes leg strength while supporting cardiovascular health. Number 2. Magnesium, the muscle recovery catalyst. While technically a mineral rather than a vitamin, magnesium deserves special mention as the perfect partner to vitamin D for maximizing leg strength. Magnesium works behind the scenes as a crucial catalyst for over 300 enzymatic reactions in your body, many directly related to muscle function. For seniors specifically, magnesium helps regulate muscle contractions, prevents painful cramping, and perhaps most importantly facilitates the energy production your muscles need to maintain strength and endurance. The research supporting magnesium for leg strength is substantial. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors with higher magnesium levels had significantly greater leg muscle power and could rise from a chair without using their arms more easily than those with lower levels, which is a key indicator of leg strength. What makes magnesium particularly valuable is how it works synergistically with vitamin D. Without adequate magnesium, vitamin D cannot be metabolized effectively, essentially rendering much of your vitamin D supplementation useless. This explains why some seniors take vitamin D but see limited improvement in their strength. They're missing the magnesium necessary to activate it fully. Additionally, magnesium helps regulate calcium channels in muscle cells, preventing the excessive calcium influx that can cause muscle stiffness and reduced flexibility with age. For the best results, look for highly bioavailable forms like magnesium glycinate, citrate, or malate, and aim for 300 or 400 milligrams daily, preferably split between morning and evening doses to maintain consistent levels. Magnesium threonate offers additional benefits as it crosses the blood-brain barrier, potentially improving the nerve-muscle communication, so critical for maintaining coordination and reducing fall risk. When combined with vitamin D3, this dynamic duo creates the perfect foundation for preserving and rebuilding the leg strength essential for maintaining your independence and quality of life. At the end, if you're over 60, it's time to review your supplement routine. Ask yourself, do I really need this? Am I exceeding the safe limit? Is this vitamin giving me energy or slowly stealing my mobility? And most importantly, talk to your doctor before continuing any long-term supplement regimen, especially if you've been feeling weaker, more tired, or more unsteady lately. Now, we want to hear from you. Have you ever taken a vitamin that ended up making you feel worse instead of better? What happened, and how did you figure it out? Share with us your experiences and opinions in the comments below. We love to hear them. Thanks for watching.